Eagles play the 49ers on Sunday, 4:30. 49ers have been a strange team all year. The fact that they were missing their starting quarterback for, I think, 10 games. They lost Warner. They lost Bosa. They lost their first-round pick, Mykal Williams. So their defense has been pretty bad all year. And they've had injuries on offense. And the fact that they were in position to get the number one seed in the toughest division probably in football is a crazy statement about their year. Now, their offense had looked really good for the last 3 games with Purdy until the game against the Seahawks on Saturday night. So, I mean, I know what I think about the game. What do you think? Just first thought, Eagles-Niners on Sunday.
I love the matchup. I think we'll smother this offense. We've seen it. We know what the Kyle Shanahan tree is, whether it's Matt LaFleur, whether it's Sean McVay, it's all from the same tree. We face that offense seemingly every year at some point, sometimes twice a year we face that offense. So I feel confident from a defensive standpoint we'll have an idea of what Kyle Shanahan wants to do. But more importantly, he just doesn't have the horses. And I love Christian McCaffrey, but you saw what happens when you go up against a defense the caliber of Seattle, which is the Eagles aren't far from being Seattle. The Houston Texans, they shut that 49ers offense down because you can key in on Christian McCaffrey and the weapons on the perimeter. Now, granted, George Kittle didn't play Sunday or Saturday, and he'll be back next week. So that's definitely something you got to focus in on as a defense. But the outside weapons aren't good enough against this Eagles defense. Maybe another defense, they could put up points, but against this Eagles defense, I feel very confident. And that 49ers defense is exactly what we need as an offense. They're terrible against the run. I don't even know their cornerbacks' names. So we're going to have opportunities with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert. You got that going for you. And they're coming here.
Well, they have no pass rush.
Yeah, no pass rush,
yeah.
and we're rested. I almost feel too confident. I got to dial it back a little bit because this is a great matchup, the 49ers. This is a great matchup. It's a great matchup because the defense is what's going to lead us. And until we play a team like Seattle that has a great defense, I'm not going to be concerned. I'm just not. Because our defense will hold the other team's offense down just enough for us to do enough. The problem arises when somebody's shutting down our offense as well.
Right, and that's like the only issue I see here with this game is that we've had a few times this year where we see a defense and we're like, you know what, you can run against that defense, and we can't. Yep. So the Bills was a team that have not had a good defense this year, especially against the run. The Bears have not had a good defense, especially against the run. And the Niners have had, now the Niners are not good against anything. They have no pass rush. Secondary is not very good. I don't think any of their starting linebackers from the beginning of the year are there.
Yeah.
And their offense, like, it's just sort of McCaffrey is a guy who has been productive this year, but not really productive rushing. Yeah. You know, I think he had 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
He's been a receiver, right? Yep. I mean, and to your point, you know, Kittle didn't play on Saturday, Pearsall didn't play on Saturday, but I don't think that I think this is a good draw for the Eagles. Yeah. The 49ers strike me as a team who they get through the regular season. They did as much as they could during the regular season, but you get to the playoffs and you can't just smoke and mirrors your way to wins in the playoffs. So I think it's a good matchup for the Eagles. To your point, the problem is going to be we've had games against bad defenses where we're not able to rush the ball. And if we can't run the ball, it makes everything more difficult, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a 16-13 game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And who knows? They get one drive, they get one turnover or something, they could win the game. But I think it's a positive draw.
I'm telling you, the only offense that gives me cause to pause is the Rams.
Yes.
They got 2 receivers.
Yep.
Hell, that damn tight end, Parkinson, he's catching a touchdown every week. Yeah, I mean, Matthew Stafford has 40-something touchdowns, 45 touchdowns. So everybody's getting the ball. They got 2 good running backs in Corum and Kyron Williams. Yeah. And you got a savant at the quarterback position who's in lockstep with his head coach. So when I look at going against this Eagles defense, if I'm attacking this Eagles defense, I'm attacking Adoree Jackson.
Yes. Yeah.
So I get worried about Devontae Adams going up against Adoree Jackson all game.
Yes.
Or Puka Nacua, whoever Quinyon's not covering, the other guy has Adoree Jackson on him all game.
And you know Sean McVay will they'll
You
find
know that's
that
what
guy.
he's going to exploit.
Yeah,
Yes. And so that worries me. Against this Niners offense, I feel like it plays right into our hands because our defense, the Niners don't have the guy over there that's going to kill us.
No.
Even Kittle, if he's going to beat you 10, 15 yards at a time.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if Kittle has a big game, it's 11 catches for 109 yards.
Yeah.
And it's not a 200-yard game like Puka Nacua.
Yes. Yep.
So, yeah, I think and if you play the Rams now, you're not going to play the Rams until the NFC Championship game, right? I mean, they can't play the Rams in the division round, I don't think.
If Green Bay beats Chicago.
No, because then Green Bay will go to Seattle.
They don't reseed.
They'll be the lower because they reseed, right? Yep. We could get them in the second round. Ugh. Well, I don't like that.
But that's the only one that I'm like,
Jack,
even with Chicago on the road, Chicago's passing game doesn't scare me.
No, I'd rather play Chicago. Well, would I rather play
They
Chicago
run the
on
ball
the road
well.
than
They
Rams
run
at
the
home?
ball well.
Yeah, especially against
I would rather play Chicago on the road than the Rams.
At home.
Yeah.
Jack, what do you think about the game on Sunday?
So I can't tell because Saturday was such an abomination, for the
Niners.
For the Niners, and I'm trying not because before that, the last 3 weeks it was, I don't know. Watch out for the Niners.
Yeah.
Purdy threw 5 touchdown passes. I think he threw like 11 in 3 games, and it was like I don't know. So I'm trying to maybe not throw me off the scent from that. Yeah. But I just don't think. I think the Eagles' defense is going to do their thing against them.
But Seattle is the one team that we mirror.
Yeah.
With the exception of they got Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Sure. You're not worried about
He's got almost 1,800 yards receiving.
You're not worried about a Bryce Huff revenge spot?
Well, it would be
on Sunday.
You know who is worried? Elliott. Elliott was a big Bryce Huff guy.
And I thought Hurts played a solid led defense more than once, but it was only once, and he did throw 3 picks against them. The Jets when he lost to Zach Wilson. So I thought they played him one more time, but that was a preseason game where Jalen got hit, and then Sirianni was on field trying to fight Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
But this solid defense, there's no one there.
He just doesn't have the horses.
There's no personnel. It seems like this is a run out of gas game for the 49ers. It seems like these two teams, if you're looking at it optimistically, which I am, these two teams are at a different point in their season. It seems like the Eagles are hopefully on their way to start building to something, and it just seems like the 49ers have gotten all they could out of what they had this year.
I think the Eagles will use the game in 23 as extra motivation. Not that
I hope not.
Well, they got
listen. Flush that 23 nonsense. There's no reason to keep going back to that.
I just think that the last time they came here, they got bullied, and they're ready to.
They'll go. We're not the 23 Eagles, except for
I'm just saying,
them.
if I'm the Eagles, I don't even want to talk about
23 doesn't exist.
They did win the Super Bowl the next year.
Yes, I don't even want to talk about 23 anymore.